There are plenty of videos on YouTube to show you how to remove the radio from the car. I won't be showing you that. The radio has three major parts: the top half, the bottom half, and the head unit. To remove the three parts, you will need a torque screwdriver and a flathead. As you can see on top of the housing, there are two screws. Those two screws need to be removed and put to one side, and make sure that you keep it in a safe place because they do not fit anywhere else. Now, once you've removed those two, what you're going to need is a flat screwdriver that's going to go all the way around the housing. Right at the center line you'll see, and you'll be able to get it open, in which case the top portion of it will come off. In order to remove the top half, which is the CD player, you'll have to take off the ribbon cable from the bottom half, and what you got left is the CD player. Next, we'll remove the head unit from the bottom housing. You'll notice that there are two screws, one on each side. You take those off and make sure you keep them to one place. Again, because of the size, you want to make sure you put the same screws in. There is one slot on each side and two underneath that you need to push down with your screwdriver. So that will release the bottom half from the head unit. At the bottom half, you'll notice that there is a connector that has some prongs. They're like V-shaped. These fit into the head unit. Now we're going to remove the back of the head unit. There are 7 screws on the lower level with 2 shorter ones where my screwdriver is. Make sure you don't mix them up. And on top of that, you'll see that there's 10 screws that go all around the top. This will allow you to separate the back from the rest of the head unit. The top screws are a different size than the lower level ones, so don't mix them up. When you open the head unit, you should have two parts. The front part, which is where all your buttons are to change stations or to play a CD player, and the other part is the display itself with the PCB board. Next, you need to remove the back cover from the PC board, and you do that by straightening out the three clips that you see in the back here so that they line up with the holes. You do that by using a pair of pliers, and you just even them out and take it out. Once you remove the cover, you have the PCB board, and on the PCB board you'll notice the clips, the 3 clips that you just undid on the top side. Beside them, each side there's a short one. And at the bottom, you'll notice there's 6 short ones also. You need to turn those the same way you did for the longer ones so that you can slide the LCD screen off of the PC board. The LCD screen is on the underside of this PCB board. Get a spray can of electronic and electrical contact cleaner, because at this stage we're going to start spraying this and cleaning the boards. If you notice on the tuner shaft and on the on-off button, that shaft is basically indentation. Where you push up and down, there's a sleeve that when you push in, it goes to it. You need to spray that, so give it a lot of spray on each side, and then push up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down on the shaft. That'll get rid of any contamination that you may have, and at the same time you turn it with a screwdriver or with the knob back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I did that for about 5 minutes on each side. So suggest you do that. It'll decontaminate the shaft. You'll notice on the PC board that there's some white buttons. There's 10 at the top, which are your presets. There's 3 rows of white buttons in the middle. Those are your LCD lighting that that shows up when you hit a station. It'll give you the number, or it'll say Porsche, whatever it is. And then you have the bottom six, which basically is your AM, FM, menu, sound, buttons. Underneath the three rows, you'll see there's a whole pile of little contact points that are like goldish or copperish color. Get your spray can of electrical contact cleaner, put it in, spray it on a microfiber, and make sure to wash that off. Give it a good clean. Anywhere else that you see some copper, give it a good clean. You'll notice there's some on top and at the bottom, and then just wipe out the whole PCB board and do the same thing on the opposite side. Don't forget to use your spray can and microfiber to wipe down the connectors that are on the bottom half of the housing. That's a connector that goes into the unit, the radio unit head. The LCD screen has 5 parts to it. You have an outer metal casing. You have an internal plastic casing, and in that plastic casing, you have the LCD screen, and you have the little plastic that's on the back of it, and on top of that there's a little rubber strip. That particular rubber strip is called a zebra connector, and if you want more information on that, you should look it up on the internet. It'll explain how it basically works. You'll notice the LCD screen is face down, and there's a little indentation with little spots. These are contact points that go onto the PCB board through the zebra connector. And that's what gives you your current from one place to the other. You'll need to wash that down with your spray connector cleaner with the microfiber just on the spots there, and not on the actual white plastic or the LCD screen itself. Then after that, what you'll have to do is take the rubber contact zebra connector, and you need to do the same thing with the microfiber and spray that portion of it on top and at the bottom, just so that it's green, that it gets decontaminated, and that you get good contact. To reassemble the radio, just follow the steps in the reverse order. I've buttoned everything up now. I guess we'll test it and see how it goes. Stand by. Oh, good sign.
Where can I get this song? 30 gigs 5G data up to 250 megabits per second after a credit of $10 for 24 months. Conditions apply. Visit a Virgin Plus store or virginplus.ca for details. Celebrate the 50th anniversary of Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon with groundbreaking.
Depuis plusieurs mois, trouvait que tout était bloqué ou presque, ça n'avance.
See if this works. Oh, great. Well, that's it, folks. Now, if it doesn't work for you, there's a possibility that it could be your board where the contact points from the bottom half of the housing meets the head unit, and that head unit basically, if you look on the photo where the microchip is, to the left of it you see a whole pile of copper type contact points. If you notice, they're a bit used or pitted. Could be that they've lost their conductivity. There are some repair shops that will repair that repair board, so that might be an option for you if you want to give it a try. I don't think it's that expensive, so you can check it out. I have access to CDR pinout and CDR users manuals, as well as some Porsche Boxster 987 wiring diagrams for the radios if you need it. I'll see what I can do about getting it. Send me a note in the comments, and I'll try to get back to you. I hope this works for you, And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.